Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we will start implementing Ajax. We will start by saving user data. We will submit the user form as Ajax. So first, let's open the terminal, hit some space here, open the new form. You can see here that now processing by users controller new as HTML. So when you click on new user form, it is opened as HTML. It is the request is sent as HTML, and when you submit the form is also submitted as HTML. You can see here started post and processing by users controller create as HTML. And we need to change this format. When we submit the form, we need to make it Ajax. So let's open the form first, and you can see here that form with model user, and here we need to add local false, no colon false. So this will add behavior like remote true to our form. Since we are using form with tag, form with helper to creating our forms, that's why we are using local false. If this is form 4 then and for form tag, then you can simply use remote true to submit form and as Ajax. So let's save it and reload the page, open the form. Let's submit this form as form is submitted as Ajax. You can see here. Now, if you want, you can inspect this form. You can simply see data remote true has been added just because we added local false here. Now, let's remove this. Remove this. You can see data remote true has been removed from form as well. So this form will not be submitted as Ajax now. Let's keep it, save it, and reload again. Yes, data remote has been added here. Now, since we added local false and form is submitted as Ajax, let's go to the index page. Now we need to show, now we need to open new user form as Ajax, and then we need to add that form in Bootstrap model. So open getbootstrap.com, the docs, search for modal. You can see here, come to this, click on this one. We just need the model like this, and let's copy this model. Let's copy this and paste it into our index.html.erb file and paste it here, save it and reload the page. You can see that this is the button, and when you click on this, the form model will be opened. Now what we need to make is that you can see data bs toggle model, data bs target example model. This is just because we are using bootstrap 5. It will, if in bootstrap 4 or any version bootstrap, any version of bootstrap less than 5, we simply use data toggle, not data bs toggle, and data target, not data bs target. So this is for older versions, but we are using bootstrap 5, so we will use data bs toggle and data bs target. So first of all, let's rename the id of this model. We will replace this by example model to new user model. Save it, and now we need to call these data attributes with our link. So add data attribute to a new link, data ds toggle, can add model here, data, sorry, es arcade hash no user model. Make some spaces here. Let's bootstrap toggle, bootstrap target, and remote to. And now remove this button. We don't need this button now because we will use new user link as that will function as same as the button we removed here, and new user model. Now let's refresh the page. You can see that form is opening here, and the request to the new form to the new user is new action is submitted as ajax. Now what we need to do is that we need to display our model form, our user form inside this bootstrap model. Let's do that. First, create an id here. We will add div id new user form, and then we will remove this model footer and model id from here. And now let's add this id and footer into the form. Copy everything, anything inside the form tag, and get it from there and paste into model body, because right now we will use both model body and model footer inside the bootstrap model. So form should contain model body and model footer. Now copy these submit links and get them into model footer. Now we don't need this backlink because now we need a close button to submit the close button to hide the bootstrap model and a submit button only. Let's reload the page. You will see nothing. Why? Because we have not added any bootstrap. We have not rendered any content inside that model. So to do that, we need to create a new .js.erb file. Let's create that. New .js.erb. Now our file has been created, and we need to render this form, this entire form with model body and model footer into this element. This element should be the parent element for that. So we need to use this identifier. We will add here this HTML. You can use render save it. Now reload the page. Now you can see that our form is submitted here. our form is displaying here. Now, but this not looks very good because it is still showing the model title. We need to add this content, edit this content. So come to the index.html.trb and remove this model header. We can add some title like create new user. Now save it and reload the page. You can simply see create new user and the form. And you can see that the size of these buttons is mismatching here, so we can add bdn lg class to this button as well, lg, and that will make the button size equal. Now you can see both button are of lg type. Now you can see that our form elements and labels do not have very much space, so let's add some empty class here. We should add mp3 will be enough. Let's reload the page and see. Yeah, that's it. That is fine. This is fine. And now, if you submit the form, click on the create new user, you will see that request is open as new as request to opening the form as coming as JS, new as JS, and request when submitted the form is also coming as JS, create as JS, but it is rollbacking the transaction because we haven't entered any data. So, and we are not, don't worry about that. We are not displaying validation error messages here that because we will do at the last item of this part, and right now we will enter data manually and we will create from here. So for creating that, let's switch to the controller first. Open the users controller, come to the create action. Let's make it water first. Yeah. Now I need to make JS format here. Format of JS. Why? Because when I submitted form as HTML, then it is giving rendering the result as format as HTML. When I request as a JSON format, it is when I submitted form as JSON, then it will return the JSON response. Now I'm submitting the form as JS as Ajax, so I need to handle it via some JS response. Now we need to create a create.js.erb. Let's create that. So here we created our file. Now you can simply set some alert messages that if at the rate user dot save dot errors dot any, if any errors present for that user, we will simply display an alert message, else we will render the success response. First let's check with alert message. Submit. It is showing nothing. We need to check that whether we are seeing alert message or not. Then let's submit the form that we are not seeing any alert message because we have only set format.js to be called to be returned when user is saved successfully, but when user has any error, we are not rendering js response. So let's add format.js even when user is not saved successfully. So now let's replace it and change this alert message console.log to alert. Load the page, submit the form. You will see alert message invalid details. Now, so we are partially done here. Now, what we need to do is that come to the index page. That whenever a user is created successfully, we will append that user to the top of the table. So for that, first we need table body and the table row. Let's add id to table body. We will add id here, that is users table. We will add another id here, that should be like id user row underscore. Let's check this. You can see that ID of table is users table now, and it is user row 3, user row 4, user row 5, user row 6, and so on. So we have appended a dynamic ID here, and it is required when we update record and when we replace the updated entry. So it is this id is will be helpful when, so I edit this that in advance. Now what we need to do is uh, we need to create a partial which will contain this single row. So let's create that partial first. The partial name should be user row.html.erb. Name it like user row.html.erb, and then copy this tr, paste it here. And now just render the partial here. Render user row user. This user means that we are passing the user local variable to this partial. We haven't did this local. We haven't passed any local while rendering the header and footer partial, because that time we don't need that, but now we need it because we need to face user details. So user will work as a variable here, so we need to pass this to. Now let's reload the page. You will still see all the users here because this partial is rendering here. Now, what we need to do is that if no errors, if there is any error, display alert message, and if no errors, then what we need to do is that we need to append a record at the top of the table. So we will use this ID dollar users table dot html dot, and then simply use script JavaScript render user row imports, and then pass user as at the rate user. Make import type, load the page, create a new user, enter some data here, at the rate ai.com, load EU4, and contact detail, let's say allowing some data, and submit that. You can see that it is still redirecting to the show page. This is wrong. We don't need that. We need that to be submitted at the top of the table. Right now, the ordering is created at in ascending order. So all the data is we create will be appended to the table, but we can change ordering here. Let's open the users controller, make it order created at reload this. See mono now at the top. Now we need to figure out that why it is not appending record to there. Let's add this line at the last and now create a new user. Wishing email. Let's update this. You already have it with that email. Now you can see that we are seeing only one record at the table. Why? Because we made a mistake here that we added .html. We replaced the entire table HTML with this row. Rather, we need to add append here. Now reload the page. Open the user. You can see that this user has been created here and assigned at the top. Now, what we need to do is that we need to disable the model as well when we after submitting the form. So let's do that. There is nothing hard we need to do here is that we just need to disable the model dollar. You can see the class here, this class data dismiss model. Add a class here, close model, copy this model name. Let's come to our create.js.erb. Click and record. Model pop-up will be hide after submitting the entry. Let's create a record. Let's submit the form now. Still, the model is not submitted. Let's check what's going wrong here. Open the model, check the class that whether class is applied on this model or not. Oh, we can see that no class added to this button. Maybe, oh, we haven't saved this close model class here. Let's save it and now reload the page and now check the class. Yeah, now it has the close model class. So now create another user. Now submit this form. You can see that record has been added here and the model pop-up has been disappear. So what we did simply here is that we let's open the create.js.trb. So when user has any error, we are just simply showing the alert message, and when there is user created successfully, then we are prepending the created user row at the top of the table, and then we are just hiding this model from the DOM. So we can click on new link to create another user, and that will open the form. Now in the next lecture we need to do the same thing for editing a user. So we have created user using Ajax. Now we need to go for update a user. So we will do that in next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.